Alright, here we go. We got the Banganator podcast, season 3, episode 5. On one. Ready, break!
And the Cowboys squashed the Giants on Thursday Night Football last week. How about them Cowboys? Beating the Giants 20-15. And even though that wasn't impressive, we still got the dub, and it's a divisional win as well. But you might be wondering, why am I wearing a Cowboys jersey in full pads and everything? That's because Micah's going to be out on Sunday night against the Steelers. And so is a bevy of other players that we got, like DeMarcus Lawrence and still DaRon Bland and Brandon Cooks. So put me on the field, Mike McCarthy, because Lord knows you need bodies out there. Anyways, let's get to it. The Cowboys beating the Giants 13 straight times since Dak's rookie year. And I would know because I went to Dak's first game as a Cowboy, week 1, 2016, and we lost. The only home game that we lost. I could have chose any other game to go to, but we ended up losing that one. And that was the last time that Dak lost to the Giants. So he been dominating over him. Speaking of Dak Prescott, he went 22 of 27, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. And those 2 touchdowns went to CD Lamb, who had 99 yards, and Rico Dowdle, who had 46 rushing yards. Unfortunately, Zeke only had 16 yards, and our run game is still looking like trash, which I knew would happen whenever we didn't pick up a good running back in the offseason, in the draft, or free agency. The defense putting in work. DeMarcus Lawrence getting in a sack, and we got a game-sealing interception to win the game. Brandon Aubrey missed a field goal for the first time this season, but he did make a 60-yarder, so, that kind of equals out. Brandon Aubrey's still the GOAT kicker of the past 2 years. That's why I have him on fantasy, and he's looking better than Justin Tucker even. Justin Tucker missing easier kicks, and Brandon Aubrey, he's making damn near every one of them. So it was a win, but I'm still worried about you putting up only 20 points and winning 20-15 against the Giants. Like, we should be winning by more than that. We should put at least 30 on their head. So that's why I'm still worried about the Cowboys. Run game is still bad. A lot of our defensive players are out. So I don't know what to expect going forward. But the offense better pick it up. That's all I know. Cowboys versus Steelers. Sunday Night Football. I'm going to be at the watch party at AT&T Stadium. My first watch party there. And I already worked there, so I'm going to see how it feels like to go to a watch party there. But it should be fun. The Steelers are 3-1, and they're surprisingly looking good. But their offense kind of looking like ours in the fact that Justin Fields ain't really doing too much. He's more of a game manager. Obviously, he's been the starting quarterback because Russell Wilson is out with injury. But with how good and how much the Steelers are winning right now, shoot, I don't think that I would put Russell Wilson back in the lineup either. But their O-line is becoming depleted, and they struggle to put up a lot of points. Now, I think they did get 24 points in their last win, but it wasn't enough to get a dub. And our rosters are almost equaling out too because we got a lot of injuries too. It would have been nice to have Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence as pass rushers against Justin Fields, because we know Justin Fields can make a lot of mistakes. But since they're both out, it's going to be backups going up against a depleted O-line. So may the best man step up and win. But with all that being said, the specific keys that I have to winning this game is protect Dak from TJ Watt, which is going to be tough, but I think we can do it. So just like we protected Dak from Myles Garrett when we face the Browns, we're going to have to do the same thing whenever we face TJ Watt on the Steelers. Score more than 17 points. Preferably more than 20, 24 points. But since Justin Fields and their offense struggled to put up points too, just outscore them barely and we get the dub, which shouldn't be that hard to do. So Dak, you're going to have to put on a show, even with a depleted roster. And the last key I got is getting turnovers against Justin Fields, which might be hard to do because we don't have Micah. We don't have DeMarcus Lawrence. Like I said, DaRon Bland is out, but we still got Trayvon Diggs. We still got DeMarvion Overshown. We still got Maris Leofau. We still got Eric Hendricks. So we got playmakers to be able to get turnovers. So let's get the job done. No excuses, even though we got all the injuries in the world, no excuses. Because they're just as injured, and every other NFL team is just as injured. So let's get this dub, Cowboys. Oh, you know I had to put on my Cowboy hat for this one. Texas, once again, showing out against Mississippi State, an SEC opponent this time. Texas blowing out Mississippi State 35-13, and Arch Manning doing his thing again. 26-31, 324 yards, 2 pass touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. Jaden Blue, 88 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Isaiah Bond, 74 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. DeAndre Moore Jr., 103 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. And it's really crazy how no matter who the running back is, no matter who the wide receiver is, we putting up points. We putting up yards. It don't matter. No matter who the quarterback is, we getting that dub. On the defensive side, 6 sacks. And going forward, we face OU. We got a bye week this week and 2 weeks to prepare for OU here in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. Let's get it. You know I can't wait for that game. And thankfully, I'm off, so I'll be able to watch it. And Quinn Ewers is also going to be back for that game. So you know he hyped and ready. And with the extra 2 weeks he got to prepare for them, oh, you know, woo! I can't wait to give y'all my prediction, but I'm going to give y'all my prediction next week. It's the Week 4 edition of the Banganator's top 3 banging moments in the NFL. At number 3, Jamar Chase's 63-yard touchdown. Chase catches the ball midfield, bounces off 2 defenders like a pinball, DBs diving at legs, speed down the sideline, touchdown. At number 2, I got Baker Mayfield's MVP-like performance. Mayfield throwing for 2 touchdowns and rushing for 1 as they blew out the Eagles 33-16. I was happy as a Cowboys fan and as a proud fantasy football owner since he got me 40 points. And at number 1, give me Derrick Henry's primetime performance. Henry was 1 yard shy of 200 yards rushing, and he had 2 touchdowns. The Ravens beat the Bills on Sunday Night Football, and I'm so glad that I chose to draft him in fantasy football because he was the biggest reason that I won in both my fantasy leagues this week. So those are my top 3 moments from Week 4 in the NFL. Let me know what you think. Thank y'all for watching this episode of the Banganator Podcast. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on the Banganator Podcast Instagram and BanganatorPod_4 on the Twitter X. Y'all know we got the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to be at AT&T Stadium at the watch party. Let's get that dub. How about them Cowboys?
Welcome to the Banganator Podcast, brought to you by SC Banga, diehard fan of the Dallas Cowboys since 1997. How about them Cowboys?